Hello and welcome, everyone. It is me, JTBKnuggetsauce. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming. You probably are. Lately, myself and Nautical Squatch have been streaming over at Twitch, and we are finally starting to put up a few videos each week just on what we've been working on, just to highlight a few things. So, for anyone who doesn't know, Nautical Squatch and I worked on Deadzone 1 together. That's now on Dreams. He also worked on Trauma, created Trauma, actually by himself. And I just did some of the music for Deadzone and a couple other things. But we are gearing up to work on and release Deadzone 2. So it's still probably a long way out, but he's streaming the creation of the assets, the animations, and a lot of the logic and gameplay. And I'm working on a lot of the sound effects as well as the music. But until we get closer to working on parts of the game, I've just been getting back into Dreams, working on some songs while I live stream, and I thought that I would put together just a little breakdown on a song I made this week. So just starting off easy here, this song isn't necessarily for Deadzone. To me, it has kind of a Deadzone feel though, so I don't know, maybe we'll use it in the future. But this was just me getting back into creating music on Dreams, putting together a type of song I haven't really done in a while. And electronic music is still kind of new for me. I've only made maybe about a dozen songs in this sort of style. And this one we went even leaning towards sort of a dubstep direction, which I've never tried before. So anyways, what I'm going to do is just play the song start to finish so you guys can hear. Then just going to do a short breakdown, kind of how I put it together, some of the really interesting samples, really interesting parts. And then, if you guys have any questions for me, about music in general or about working on music in Dreams, let me know. And then also if there's anything you notice I could do better, please tell me, because I'm sure there are mistakes I'm making, and I'm sure anyone who's really well versed in Dreams could help me out. So anyways, that being said, for this song, I always really just try to make a great song, if that doesn't sound obvious enough. But what I mean by that is there wasn't a specific direction, I guess. I wanted to pick a few samples I hadn't used before, pick a few samples I had used before, mix them together, and also try with this song to not have necessarily a second part. So this was kind of a challenge of, can I use one melody or two melodies, but not really have separate sections. I'm trying to reuse a lot of the same melodies on purpose. So I heard a Marshmello song that was pretty much all one melody, the whole song, and I thought, I'm going to give it a try. So again, this was just kind of for fun. I'm going to play the song start to finish. It's pretty much finished. It needs a little bit more of an ending, a little bit more of a better ending, and it also needs a name. So if anyone wants to help me out with naming it, let me know. Otherwise, let me just play it uninterrupted. I will just chill in the corner here. I'm going to keep my cursor and my view on the samples, on the instruments rather, so that you guys can see which instruments I used for this song. So get a little bit smaller there. Okay, cool. So here we go. Here's our song. It's called Cam Jam, but it needs a better name. So let me know what you think. All right, so you can see what I mean by it needs a bit more of an ending. Anyways, just to break this down really quick. So again, I kind of like breaking it down when it's not fully finished. You know, I want to get a little feedback if anyone cares enough to kind of weigh in here. But the first thing I wanted to go over is just this FM Goblins. Okay, this is a great synth pad. And even just using one note, it has this crazy echo and sustain and delay. So I really recommend it. Here's just the starting of the song. All right, so you can hear just how that sustain really goes so long. You get a really nice reverb there, which is awesome. I love that. And so I have these little kind of vinyl crack loops that the evil tremolo. This just adds a little bit of texture, so I'll just break that down really quick. Okay, as you know, a little bit of white noise there, and then the evil tremolo is very evil. And that you can actually put a pitch to. So it gives kind of just this eerie undertone, really kind of sets the mood for the song. And then we get the digital shorts. So this is a great. Oh, I almost skipped over the drum beat. So I wanted to start with kind of like a hip hop beat, sort of, but it kind of evolved a little bit after that. But this is the UK Garage Kit, which is really great for like old school hip hop kind of a sound, which I was kind of going for, but I feel like it sort of changed it as it went on. So a lot of times I start with the drums, and I wanted to add like kind of an extra rhythm on the top there on this green little tom, which I did, of course. So I thought that added a really nice sort of layer rather than just kind of kick and snare. I really like to add that stuff when I can. And then the digital shorts come in, and then I'm going to jump ahead, but I just want to kind of sort of bring the microscope on this sort of build-up section. Okay, so here's our hits. So I use the same rhythm, but obviously change the notes around a little bit there, which is nice. And then the bass, it follows that rhythm actually pretty closely. And this res and growl bass is kind of nice too for like a quasi dubstep sort of thing, you know. It's pretty subtle though compared to the other one. Very computery, video gamey kind of sound, which I love. And then really, I think the main attraction of this song is the digital xylophone. It doesn't sound like this at all. To me, it sounds like a broken flute or something. But let's check out this melody too, which took a long time. But really, it's the instrument that I think brings this out the most and gives it such a cool laid-back feel. And it just loops so well. And then I added in the mouse guitar just for some added texture, some added sort of instrument sounds. It goes well, actually, with the digital xylophone, if I may say so. All right, so you can hear it. I did it, I think, an octave lower there, or at least it came out a bit an octave lower. Then we have this whole verse melody on the dusty keys. So this is probably, if I can say, one of the weaker parts of the song. I was going to do guitar here. I wasn't really sure, but I decided to go with my gut and just keep it electronic for this one. So this actually could definitely use something different if anyone has an idea. The other thing is one of my other favorite samples, favorite instruments, is the videotape keys. So what I did here is I just took the melody from the digital xylophone that we just heard and the mouse guitar, and I just cut out like half the notes just to give it what would you call that? Just to sort of like hint at the melody, I guess that's coming up again, and to sort of back up the verse melody. Maybe too many cooks in the kitchen here. I don't know, but either way, I thought this part was a keeper. So kind of just like a stripped down version of that same melody. Then I added, like I said, a couple other melodies here. Maybe a little bit too much going on here. The transition to the drop needs to be much better, but you know, it's something for now. And then really what comes down to is the metal drum kit I used, just the cymbals I was really trying to find a mix between like an electronic drum kit, but then something I can also add in like the acoustic cymbals and such as well. So I have the metal drum kit doing just the open hi-hat. Okay, and then I have some of these lo-fi cymbals just to do like a hit at the beginning, just to make that drop a little bit more intense. Okay, there's one, and then the big studio cymbal as well, crash. Okay, so like I said, just a little something extra to do there. Oops, I might have left that going. Yeah, that's gonna hit again. Okay. And then of course the Crunch Step kit. So I've used this one before. One of my favorite ones. It sounds really cool. So very kind of like hip hop beat there. And I like this Crunch Step kit because it's kind of like half electronic, half acoustic. It has a really interesting sound. And then the signal bass is mainly just to reinforce the note, but the coaster bass here is what gives it kind of the dubstep sound. As somebody who's never made a dubstep song until now, it says so. So it has this like double octave thing happening. You get this like really low note kind of oscillates between. I didn't mess with it too much, and then just the electric bass is just to again sort of reinforce the pitch there. But just to reinforce the pitch, it's very, very kind of basic sounding. Now, I didn't want to use the same samples for the main melody again, so I wanted to pick something different. The toy piano to me is hilarious. It sounds really funny, and it kind of fits, I think. So I don't know. I'm still kind of working on the ending of the song to see if I want to use the same samples or not. But here's how that same melody sounds with the toy piano. Which has been awesome. I love the way that that sounds in the mix here. I'll play it really quick. So it still needs a little work. This drop it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it's almost there. And then I added this dream vocals, which was almost a mistake. It was really hard to do. I don't even know if it makes it sound that good. I like it more on its own, honestly, than even like in the mix. But it does kind of give a nice building to the end of this song. And then the ending, yeah, just kind of drops off. So maybe on stream, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tweak up this song, really kind of polish up and finish it. But here's sort of an alpha version that I thought I would share some of the stuff that I really like and some of the instruments I really like. If anyone has an idea, I might be asked to name the song now, actually. But if anyone has ideas for the name, I would love to hear it. Or even just, you know, any samples that you like. Just trying to get a little bit more involved here with the music and to kind of break it down for you guys. Some people have asked me for questions. I am a music teacher, I'm a musician, so I can help with some of that kind of stuff. But working on dreams is obviously really unique, really different. But for those of you who made it this far and decided to watch pretty much the whole video, thank you, really appreciate it. Here, I'll blow myself up a little bit more here. Hello. So just check out Nautical Squatch on Twitch. Check out myself, JTBKnuggetsauce on Twitch. We're going to be documenting the whole process of putting together Deadzone 2. Including myself for the music and sound effects, and Squatch handles pretty much everything else. We also have a bunch of other really great dreamers helping us out, so you know, go ahead and check them out as well. Piece of Craft, Typhus. I'm sorry if I'm leaving anybody out. There's like new people every week that come in, but we got the Discord and the YouTube and the Twitch and all that good stuff if you guys want to stay in touch. Anyways, thanks for watching, and